The party that once promised change
is that absolutely nothing was done.
now serves up the same reheated gruel of evasion, sprinkled with a few performative crumbs of concern. And Jess Phillips? Well,
Absolutely do whatever we can to root out as...
let's just say her performance in Parliament today was less champion of the vulnerable and more artful dodger with a PowerPoint. Let's dissect this farce, shall we?
94% of terrorist-caused deaths since 1999 have been caused by Islamists, and yet only 13% of referrals into Prevent relate to Islamist extremists.
3 weeks ago, the government, bless their cotton socks, announced 5 whole local inquiries into the grooming gang scandal. 5! Because why tackle a national crisis with, national urgency, when you can play postcode roulette with justice? Sorry, love, your town's not on the list, better luck next lifetime. And these inquiries, mind you, can't even compel witnesses to testify. It's like sending a pea shooter to a nuclear standoff. But hey, at least it's something, right?
Speak to these victims every single week, week in, week out.
Let's be clear. This isn't governance. It's political theater with a script written by PR lackeys. Victims?
And if the victims want a national statutory inquiry, why doesn't she?
They're the unpaid extras in this tragedy. Meanwhile, Starmer's crew clings to power like a hungover reveler to a lamppost, swaying, useless but refusing to let go. Watch this clip. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Speaker, 3 weeks ago, the government announced 5 local inquiries into rape gangs, which crucially cannot compel witnesses to give evidence. We still don't know where all of them will be, and we don't know how those towns will be chosen. As Charlie Peters from GB News originally reported, there are 50 suspected towns where grooming gangs are suspected to have operated. Does the Minister recognise that the failure to announce a meaningful national statutory inquiry means women and girls from across the country, who won't be from those 5 selected towns, will be denied justice, a fair hearing? And if the victims want a national statutory inquiry, why doesn't she?
I have spent time with the victims that he speaks about. In fact, I will be going to see some more of the victims from around the country. I speak to these victims every single week, week in, week out. Unlike, I have to say, many of the people sat opposite me. And what I would like to say on this particular issue is that absolutely nothing was done previously to try and get to the truth in some of these towns. And we will absolutely do whatever we can to root out, as everybody in this House wants to see, while some of us wish to use it for political ends, an end to this particular crisis. We will be opening. We have offered to open up cases and have set the task force to do exactly that with any victim who wishes to come forward.
So, is this the worst government in UK history? Well, let's just say if incompetence were an Olympic sport, they'd be drowning in gold medals while charging taxpayers for the lifeguard. Drop a comment below.